Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running back searching for a hole. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has, obviously. So many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best.
Breaks into the open.
Offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Steps away to find some room. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shockwave, but they couldn't make the connection.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The short hands. It's Buck. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Estes. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making checks. They'll go with a direct snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Sooners will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Dumps it to the back. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Working on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Snagged in the middle. It's Witherspoon.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Leaves it with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got the 1st down and more. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the back. To the air on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. Oh, he got loose. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Penn State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the
just inside their own 40 at the 39. Going to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Using the quick game. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Sooners come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got him. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down over 44. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They just keep firing. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Sooners are on the move. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick completion to the right. Not enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
That drive covered 55 yards for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block back. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Makes the catch. It's Witherspoon. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Inside the touchdown, LSU. Great job by the back on the option.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Really good job by the defense, understanding the quarterback got outside the pocket. Now I got to understand where he's at. Now the middle of the field starts to come towards where he's scrambling. The other side of the field comes to the middle of the field. Great job by the defense, understanding the quarterback was pressed outside the pocket.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start this drive with a pass. The screen, he can go. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 30. The tag. Touchdown LSU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Cincinnati is getting work right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beating. They're trailing by 14 to Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Right on the money. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Gets away from one. He's got space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go, here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Not enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that 1st down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. They'll go to the air. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
That keeps the score. LSU 21, Oklahoma 19.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45 on his way. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got his man quickly. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver
turning it on. Got the first down and still on his feet.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Finds some fresh air. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This defense making a big...
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. to the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice.
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
Well, that play's going to backfire in their face. They obviously thought they had the look necessary to go and execute that fake punt, but the defense, they were expecting it.
Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dingle. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Quick toss. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He'll take it himself. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Hard as as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we can name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out their uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. Snags it over the middle. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Try to get it to the edge. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Give to the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. You've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Going right to work up top. Caught in the sticks. It's Estes. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Now they'll try the right side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, he's got a chance. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Out of the gun, the inside kick.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Ran through the contact. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Yep, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th.
Lots of pressure. You've got to love the way your offense handles business. Down on the goal line, 2-point situation. You tie the game if you get it. They do. And now we're going to the wire.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the toss. Breaks into the open. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Direct snap. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He leaves it with his back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd the chains. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
Quarterback will keep it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.